It was always a dream of mine to be able to raise my family and have my wife and family in our own home. It's different when you wake up in the morning and you're looking at the ceiling of the bedroom of the house that you own and not one that you're renting from somebody else.
Well, the mission for Habitat for Humanity is to eliminate substandard housing, but here in Detroit, it even goes beyond that. What we're trying to do in Detroit is not just simply build a house for a family, but we're really trying to transform not a family and also transform a community. And what we're trying to do is to rebuild the fabric of a neighborhood.
Knowing that we make a real difference in people's lives. We change lives. We give hope.
Hi, my name is Tyrena Terry. I'm a nurse assistant in Detroit, Michigan. I'm a mother of 5. 2 years ago, we lost their dad to cancer, and my landlord lost a house in foreclosure. It's been a rough time, but I also say that it's been a blessing. It usually takes people anywhere from 6 months to a year to go through the program. I did the program in a month and 2 weeks. It's definitely a new beginning for me and my children.
I can come out here about any Saturday I want, know that there'll be work to do, I'll meet some nice people, and when I go home Saturday evening, I always feel like it was a good day.
We work with partners from all across Metro Detroit. We have volunteers who come in and work with us during the week and on Saturdays with the various bills that we have. We also have some fantastic corporate partners who have been there with us through good times as well as the bad times.
I became involved through my company, the Dow Chemical Company, and I'm very pleased to say that our company, Dow, has been a strong supporter of the mission of Habitat for Humanity for nearly 3 decades.
My name is Tony Peratino, and I'm the National Sales Promotion Manager at the Saturn Corporation. So for the past 2 years, we partnered with our local retailers, the Philadelphia Soul Foundation and Habitat for Humanity, building affordable homes.
We also have faith-based partners who not only work with us in helping to build our houses, but they are also part of the ceremonies that we do here. Habitat is a Christian ministry.
We lay a 2x4 out, and we put a hard hat out, and we allow them to write a blessing on the 2x4 and drop money in the hard hat, and then we build the 2x4 into that year's home. So it's in a wall somewhere in the house.
In the area of faith relations, my role is to connect to the faith groups in the Metro Detroit area and help them, what I call, put feet to their sermons and put their faith into action.
Had I not ended up as the pastor here in this neighborhood, I had no real idea of how severe the problem was.
We're a Christian ministry, but we partner with anyone that wants to partner with us. So those who share our faith beliefs or may have different faith beliefs, if they don't mind coming to play with us, we don't mind playing with them.
Habitat for Humanity is successful because of partnerships with the corporate community, with the faith community, with our families, and just with the people who actually are living in the communities currently. We are successful because of the donations, because of the gift in kind, because of the volunteerism. We couldn't do it without the help of the Metro Detroit community.
Bringing it back to the way it used to be when I was a little girl, people working together.
I'm often asked the question about why are we building new when there are so many vacant foreclosed homes, and there's a number of reasons for that. One reason is that the homes that we build are energy efficient homes. So it's not just affordable for our families to purchase the home, but it's also very low cost for them to operate the home.
Our houses have become Greenbelt and Energy Star certified homes. So not only are the homes easy to maintain, they're easy to afford to operate long term as well.
I like being on the forefront of the green initiatives and the environmental friendliness in the way that we build it. And I think there's a lot to be said about us being able to build the quality and energy efficient homes that we do using volunteer labor and not having to pay the extra dollars to get that level of comfort for our families.
In many cases, the homes that are vacant and abandoned are difficult to rehab because we don't want our families to have any kind of problems once they move in. So with all the work that we'd have to put into a vacant or rehabbed home, it will cost us as much to rebuild one of those homes as it would be to build new.
Our typical mortgage payments range in the average of $600 to $650 per month. That includes the principal, the taxes, and the insurance.
However, we find that most individuals that come into our program are paying more than that for their rent that they're paying. There's three basic criteria that we look for in recruiting families for our program. One is the need for housing, where they would have be living in substandard housing. They have no place to live, or they're living in an overcrowded situation. We've had families that come into the program that were living in a household of 10 people. There's the ability to pay a mortgage and the willingness to partner with Habitat.
Just the fact that when we first started, you know, to do the sweat equity hours and stuff like that, it was a lot of people like, oh, you're not gonna get it, and things like that. So when we were able to actually move in, it was the best feeling. It's hard to describe.
If an individual comes through the program as a single person, they're required to do 250 hours of sweat equity. If they come through with a partner, spouse, or a co-applicant, they're required to do 400 hours of sweat equity.
We had to take classes like home building classes and financial literacy classes and things like that. I really enjoyed the classes so much that I was still going when I was finished.
Working with my own home was very exciting. I learned a lot. The people are wonderful. Everybody was nice and caring, because I was getting to the point that it was just taking so long for me because I work a lot of hours.
My first time swinging a hammer, I was hooked. The word that I heard used was habititis. It's just this overwhelming feeling you get to swing hammers and push up walls and build houses. And the fact of the matter is, I got it.
In working with the homeowners, the first thing you typically notice is that they're just overjoyed with the feeling of all these people come out to help them. Yes, they're working on their own home, but they look around and see 20 or 30 people that they don't know helping them.
We deal with individuals who ordinarily could not get a mortgage through a bank, a mortgage company, or a broker.
I've always wanted to own my own home, and it was something that I really thought by conventional means I never would have had the opportunity to do, because my credit was really, really bad.
I mean, if you look at this block here, there was a vacant, abandoned home on it. We've transformed this corner. If we look on Lake Point in Maryland, the construction of new homes, it's like we're rising from the ashes. You know, we are rebuilding Detroit.
And it gives you a sense of pride. It just makes you feel like you have a place in the world.
Yes, it is a difficult time for many companies, including ours, from an economic standpoint, but we all understand that this is our neighborhood and we need to be able to support that neighborhood.
If you can't come out and swing a hammer, you can donate, because it takes money to build these homes.
Through product donation, financial support, and most importantly, that employee volunteer support.
15, 20 years from now, I can ride through this neighborhood with my grandchildren. Tell them, yeah, I helped build that house, and I helped build that house, and I helped build that house.
You can drive down the street and you can come back and see the difference that our company, that you as an employee or a volunteer made, and I think that that's a really important aspect.
How many people can actually say they actually helped rebuild an entire neighborhood? That's something that will be with me forever.
The vision for Habitat is to continue to try to be a tipping point for communities here in Detroit. We want to come in and build houses with our partners, work at rebuilding a fabric of a neighborhood, and do enough so that the neighborhood then can prosper on its own.
The beautiful thing about our program is that as they're going through their training classes, they're going through the program with their neighbors. So they're getting to actually know individuals who are going to be living in the neighborhood with them.
All of the people that we came through the program with are the people that kind of live in the neighborhood. You get to really meet your neighbors and kind of sweat out the process with them. So in that respect, it's given me an opportunity to eventually be a part of the type of neighborhood that I grew up in.
One of our famous sayings at Habitat is that we give a hand up, not a hand out.
And that's really all I needed, was a hand up. So if you're looking for a hand up, I think Habitat's the place to go.